Hey guys, here RH8, welcome to the GTA 5 car review episode today with the Elegy going against the Feltzer. Both these cars are very similar to each other, so it should be interesting to find out which one is going to be better amongst these two. So, I'm going to say, for a couple of these tests, it was pretty difficult to find out straightforward what was better because as they were so close to each other. So I had to do a fully sort of customized version test as well as a normal stock test that we usually do for all the other episodes. So, starting off with the stocked Elegy for handling, it turned out that this car was slightly more rigid going around corners, so it lost a lot more speed compared to the Feltzer. The Feltzer was much easier to maneuver around sharp turns and whatnot because of its drifty feel, and it was much more easier to maneuver in that sense because it's slightly more lighter compared to the Elegy, as well as loose as well compared to the Elegy, because Elegy is much rigid, just sort of stuck to the ground as you go around corners. So you tend to have to brake often when you have to trying to go around sharp corners. So in that sense, the Feltzer is definitely better, and because of that, I definitely feel that the Feltzer deserves a point. Not exactly for that one example there that you saw that drift was very similar to the Elegy. At first, it was really difficult to find out. As I said, that's why I got the fully customized version to test them out. I want fully customized, and of course, even with the test for the stocked version, you can sort of straightforward. You can tell that the Feltzer is much easier to do certain drifts and whatnot, as well as going around corners. You'll see one example where I go in between the trucks, just like we do with the Elegy at the start. It was much easier to go between that with the Feltzer. You'll see right now, as we're going to take a nice little left here, you'll see a nice little left there, and turn right, and then go left again, and then right again. So it's much easier this way to not lose too much speed at the same time to keep going. If you saw with the Elegy, you had to brake quite often. So anyway, there's a point there for the Feltzer, but for the sort of shotgun durability test, it seems like just generally for the bodies of the cars in this game, they seem to be similar with the damage, also sort of durability of when they actually blow up. So it's pretty difficult to actually see, see the exact sort of comparison. When you fully test it, you see that both of these cars are exactly the same for 10 shots each. So both taking a point there. But for damage test, head on head, a lot of people said, to change this because the fastest car will obviously take more damage. But that wasn't the case for the previous episode. The slowest car, in fact, took more damage. For instance, here we can see the Elegy took more damage than the Feltzer. Therefore, the point going towards Feltzer currently 3-1. You can see obvious damage there for the Elegy. But for the best customization, hands down, Elegy. I'm sure we all know that. Because, even though the Feltzer's got a lot of customization, but the Elegy's got way more options. The grille, hood, a lot more options for the bumpers as well. It's got a roll cage as well. So, carbon roof and all sorts. But the Feltzer, both these cars are default customized in a way as well, because they obviously have their own sort of unique customization, bumpers and whatnot. Even the Elegy comes with a spoiler itself default. So even with that being said, you got a ton of more options available. Even if you have no options, if you choose not to put any sort of spoilers on it, you still have a spoiler there regardless. So anyway, you can see here Feltzer's only got the spoiler, stock roof, and roof, fenders, as well as bumpers. That's pretty much it. So definitely a point for the Elegy. But fastest car, this was pretty interesting. I had to do this multiple times for this test to figure out which one was better, and of course with the fully customized version as well. So turned out that the Elegy had slightly faster or quicker acceleration, compared to the Feltzer, and you can see that there, right there, if you saw it at the start. But it turns out the Feltzer just took off around between 4th to 5th gear, and yeah, so definitely the Feltzer was faster at this point. And even you can tell here for the fully customized comparison for the top speed, the Elegy took off at first for the acceleration, but then it's just slowly the Feltzer just went off and just kept going. So if the runway was slightly longer, you can see that the Elegy wouldn't have caught up. But right now we can just see that the Feltzer just keeps going. So for that same reason, the Feltzer is faster. But for 4th gear acceleration test, without a doubt, it's got to be the Elegy. But just about, I must say, because it seemed like, they were pretty tight, of course, at the start. So, it's like a millisecond difference. And you can see this one was 7.11. So currently going to 0.4 the Elegy. But for the braking test, it was definitely for the Feltzer. The Feltzer braking system is much better than the Elegy. So there you have it, folks. Currently 5-3, making that 10 out of 10 for the Feltzer, 8 out of 10 for the Elegy. I'm sure there's going to be a few disagreements here with a lot of people's preferences for which car is better for your personal opinion, but that's of course, let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite. My personal opinion, my favorite is the Feltzer, hands down. Obviously, I love the beauty, I love the look for both these cars, but for the comfiness and of course handling and the sort of the feel when driving around free roaming, it's more comfortable doing that for me personally with the Feltzer than the Elegy. I'd rather go as fast as possible, going around corners, high speeds without losing too much speed, of course. So that's sort of the feel that I want. But anyway, it's all down to preference, as I said. Let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the support. As always, guys, if you guys want to see more GTA 5 content as well as other content, then be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Check it out. Good night. Peace. Yeah. Oh, if you guys missed out the previous video, I tested out majority of the motorbikes that were pretty much relevant against each other and whatnot to find out which one's the best for acceleration as well as top speed. So definitely click the annotation on the screen to take you straight to the video.